Stop everything you're doing right now, I'm serious. In 1987, a man named Chris Gardner was sleeping in subway bathrooms with his 2-year-old son. Today, his net worth exceeds $60 million. What happened between those two moments wasn't luck, wasn't a lottery ticket, wasn't an inheritance. It was a single mental shift that took just a few minutes to understand, the same minutes you're about to experience now. But here's the scary thing. This works so quickly that people who heard this same kind of message wrote to me saying that in less than 24 hours the money started appearing. Some called it a coincidence, others called it scary. I call it inevitable. Warning, don't watch this while driving, don't listen to this while distracted, and whatever you do, don't stop midstream. Because you're about to activate something in your brain, your vibration, and your energy field that billionaires have known for decades. And when you listen to the end, there's no going back to your old relationship with money. Now let me ask you a question. When you think about money, what's the first emotion that comes to mind? Stress, anxiety, fear? If so, you're not alone. Thousands of people carry this vibrational weight every day. And that's exactly what keeps abundance at bay. Because money isn't just paper, it's not just numbers on a screen. Money is energy. Money is vibration. Money is a frequency that flows where it's welcome. And here's the truth. Your current financial situation isn't just a consequence of what you do, but a direct reflection of the vibrational field you sustain without realizing it. Everything you silently feel about money creates the reality you live in. If you vibrate fear, you attract lack. If you vibrate gratitude, you open the doors to abundance. And that's why today you're going to experience something different. A vibrational reprogramming capable of transforming your relationship with money in minutes. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Imagine there's an invisible field around you, God's field, teeming with possibilities and abundance. This field knows no limits, no scarcity. It responds only to your vibration. And in this very moment, you can choose to change the frequency of your life. Abundance doesn't come slowly. It bursts forth when your frequency shifts. And when you sustain this new vibration, the impossible begins to seem natural. What once seemed distant begins to move toward you. The money you've always hoped for already exists and is just waiting for you to open the vibrational door to receive it. Have you ever noticed how your mind reacts to money even before any conscious decision? It's almost automatic. An unexpected bill arrives and immediately a tightness in your chest. A silent anxiety, a hidden fear arises. This isn't just a thought. This is vibration. It's the energetic memory you've carried for years, manifesting in seconds. From an early age, we've been programmed to believe that money is difficult, that life is hard, that only those who suffer deserve to prosper. This programming wasn't just learned, it was absorbed as a frequency. Parents, school, society, religion, they all repeated messages that became invisible codes within us. And these codes transformed into vibrational patterns, silently emitted every day. Neuroscience reveals that your brain doesn't differentiate between what's real and what you intensely imagine. But spirituality goes further. God's field responds not to what you pretend, but to what you vibrate as truth. You can say, "I'm rich," 1,000 times, but if the dominant emotion is fear, the field will recognize fear as the primary signal. And it will return situations that confirm this frequency. Perhaps now you remember all the times you tried to change. You made affirmations, posted phrases on the wall, tried to think positively. But deep down, something still hurt. That's because your subconscious wasn't reprogrammed. It continued emitting the same old frequency. And since the universe is coherent, it simply replicated what you already held silently. But here's the secret. You don't need to fight this programming. You don't need to force the field. All you need to do is replace it, like changing a radio station. You don't need to break the device to change the song. Just turn the knob and tune in to a new frequency. Imagine for a moment that you're in a dark room. In that room there's a powerful lamp, but it's covered in layers of dust. The light is there, but it can't shine. This dust represents beliefs of scarcity, fears, memories of lack. Every time you believe that money is hard, a new layer covers the lamp. But the moment you begin to clean, the light reveals itself. Abundance has always been present, but hidden by layers of inherited vibration. This is what happens now. You begin to peel back the layers. You begin, set a question. Whose thoughts are these that I say are mine? Are they really my fears, or are they old memories I continue to carry? Here is the truth that few dare to accept. Your current financial life is not proof of who you are, but proof of the programming you've accepted up until now. You weren't born poor, you weren't born limited, you weren't born fearful. You were born connected to God, and in God's field, there is no scarcity. There is only creation. Think of the people who prosper. They don't chase money, they don't beg for opportunities. They simply vibrate differently. And because they vibrate differently, they perceive possibilities where others only see problems. Money isn't chased, it's attracted. It's a natural reflection of the vibrational field that sustains itself. Now I ask you, what if everything you believed about money was just an inherited illusion? What if the truth is that abundance was never outside but always available within, waiting for you to change seasons? You don't attract what you desire. You attract what vibrates silently within you. And here, the shift begins. The simple act of recognizing that your old programming no longer defines who you are opens the door to a new frequency. And when that door opens, the field begins to respond immediately. Close your eyes for a moment. Take 3 deep breaths. Inhale. Release slowly. Inhale. Release slowly. Once more. Inhale. Release. Now, imagine a warm, golden light descending upon you. This light is the very presence of God, the vibrational field of infinite abundance. It envelops your body like a cocoon, bringing security, clarity, and power. This light is not just imagination, it is frequency. It is the invisible field that connects you to everything that already exists. And within this field, there is no scarcity, no lack, no limitations, only abundance flowing endlessly. Now visualize this light beginning to attract everything. You need to thrive. See opportunities approaching like golden waves reaching you. Imagine the right people crossing your path, doors opening, unexpected situations bringing exactly what you asked for. Money begins to flow, not just in ways you expect, but from unexpected sources because the field knows no obstacles. Here's the key. Don't worry about the how. The God field doesn't need your explanations. It simply responds to your vibration. Your job isn't to figure out how. Everything will happen. Your job is to align with abundance and sustain that frequency. Now listen carefully to the commands I'm about to release. Don't try to believe them. Don't try to force them. Just allow them to penetrate the deepest part of your subconscious. Imagine these phrases entering like new software, forever replacing the old programming. Repeat after me silently. I now release every limiting belief about money. Every fear, every doubt, every memory of scarcity dissolves in this instant. My subconscious mind is programmed for abundance. Money flows to me easily, effortlessly, and continuously. I am a magnet for financial opportunities. I am worthy of God's limitless wealth. My worth is immense, and I am richly rewarded for what I offer the world. My wealth increases every day in every direction. Money comes to me from expected and unexpected sources. I vibrate at the frequency of infinite abundance. Success is my natural state. I think, act, and create like a millionaire. I am aligned with God's limitless field. Feel each word vibrating in your cells. They are not just phrases. They are vibrational codes. They are spiritual seeds that, upon entering your subconscious, begin to blossom into reality. The more you sustain this energy, the more natural abundance becomes. Now imagine, you are no longer the same person who started this video. Something profound has already happened in your brain and in your field. You have crossed an invisible line. What once seemed impossible begins to move toward you because your new financial identity has been activated. Neuroplasticity researchers claim that 11 minutes of focused attention can create new permanent connections in the brain. But here, more than science, you've activated the vibration of creation. You've accessed God's field, and when the field responds, nothing can stop the flow. The field doesn't respond to your words. It responds to the vibrational state you sustain. Now take a deep breath, feel different, because in fact you already are. If you've made it this far, something profound has already happened within you. You may not fully realize it yet, but your vibrational field is no longer the same as when you began this video. You've taken an invisible but decisive step into a new reality. The science of neuroplasticity has already shown that just 11 minutes of focused attention is enough to create new permanent connections in the brain. And today you went beyond science. You aligned your mind, heart, and spirit with God's infinite field. And that changes everything, because when you access this vibration, the universe cannot ignore it. But here's the most important point. The process has already begun, but it needs to be sustained. The new frequency you've now activated is like a seed. It has already begun to germinate, but it needs to be watered. It needs to be kept alive every day until it becomes the strong, abundant tree that will forever transform your financial reality. So, remember these 3 simple but powerful steps. First, write down 3 clear income goals. 1 for this month, 1 for this year, and 1 seemingly impossible goal that inspires and challenges you. When you write, you give form to the invisible and signal to the field that you are ready to receive. Second, for the next 30 days, return to this video every morning. Listen again. Feel it again. Because repetition is what transforms energy into a permanent identity. The more you sustain it, the more natural it becomes to vibrate abundance. And third, act in coherence with your new, rich identity. It's not about big steps, but small gestures of courage that confirm to the field that you are no longer who you were. Each inspired decision is a vibrational message to the universe saying, I have already crossed over. I remain where I asked to be. You don't need to rush. You don't need to despair. You only need to persevere. Because the field has already responded. The money has already started moving. Opportunities have already been released. Now it's up to you to sustain what has already been activated. Remember, the old version that lived in scarcity has already been dissolved. The new identity, rich and abundant, is already alive within you. Trust the process, trust God, and trust the vibration you have sustained here. Your new reality is not some distant future. It is the field that is already vibrating within you now. And if you want to delve even deeper into this path, there is a resource that can help you keep this frequency active every day. I'm talking about the new Vibrational Reality Manual, a powerful guide to consolidating this transformation and remaining in the field of abundance. The link is below, and it could be your next step in integration. Now, write in the comments, declare out loud, and share with the field, I am worthy of God's blessings and unlimited wealth. This is your anchor, your code for permanence. And if you want to further intensify this connection, watch the next video shown here. Repeat this psalm for 7 days, and a financial miracle will enter your life. This content connects directly to what you experienced here, and together they will sustain your new reality of abundance. Your rich life has already begun. Now, it's just a matter of staying with it.